Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time zone you are, and welcome to the Stadia Source update on the news which has just broke. I'm joined by our lovely colleague, Adam, also known as
Original Penguin.
And we're here to say the white smoke has appeared and Stadia have spoken. So we're just going to go through with a rundown of what has actually happened here today. In the background, we've actually got the conference going on. So, and Kelly, say hello, Kelly.
Hello, Kelly.
Is keeping an eye for us to see if there's any more games which are going to get announced for Stadia here. We already have had a couple of games announced or been showcased in this today. We're going to come to it later. I've got it in our notes here for later, but we've got one brand new game and a couple of games we already started off with. So we will start off with the news which has just broke. Bang.
Yeah, play Stadia on more Android phones. So in the Google blog post, Stadia blog post even, it says that you can now choose to play games with any Android phone that can install the app, which as far as I'm aware is any phone with Android 6 Plus, including phones that aren't on their list of supported phones, of which there's an addition, but we'll get onto that in a bit. And this was actually unearthed during the APK teardown that 9to5 Google did, where it suggested that unsupported phones would be able to try out this feature. And I believe it's a slow rollout. I've been doing lots and lots of checking. I've reset my phone, uninstalled the app, all of this jazz. It's going to be another slow one. But there will be a new option in the settings menu called experimental. And that's where you opt in to play on an unsupported device.
We talked about this, wasn't it last week or the week before, about these new features, and someone made a bold and rash prediction, which he was made fun of about. And guess what?
Yeah.
It happened. I believe we were probably going to get this last week, but because of the situation, I think it's been postponed slightly. But we now have this. This is going to be really good. This means everybody can play on their Android phones if they're up to the certain standard, but it's going to be... not Apple. But it's experimental, which is they're getting around to say that it might not work as intended. So it is just be there. They're just to cover themselves. Added into this, here we go. We're going to have a wee ticker going here. If you have got any of these phones, I'm not going to list them all here. Basically, any of these non-Apple OnePlus phones, these are now fully compatible. So we'll just reiterate this just to be so everybody understands. These phones at the bottom mean there's absolutely zero issues with them, or there shouldn't be any issues with them. These should be working as intended.
For Android, there's always issues with Android phones.
Yes. Kelly's in her trolling mode here. And then any other Android phones which meet the specifications, Android 10 or 6 or...
I think Android 6 to install the app, because there are phones that don't have Android 10 yet.
Yeah, if you meet the minimum requirements for the Android phones, you should be able to play, but there may be some issues on it. So just bear that in mind, that there might be issues if you're going to play on it. The next piece is adding into this is there is now a touch screen support for the phones. This is a real big one for just going on the go, so you don't need to bring your controller with you. There's a wee picture up. I think, Adam, you probably want to do a wee talk about this. I'm not putting you under the spot here. It's just to explain the rollout, how the rollout actually means, because all this is, there's caveats to this. So, Adam, what's your take on this?
Yeah, so first of all, last time they announced new features, it took it took nearly a month for us to get that on-screen keyboard, and I was really hammering, why announce this feature as being released if it hasn't been released? I even started a support ticket to say, this isn't available, no one's got it. Slow rollout doesn't mean you hold out for everyone. Anyway, onto this touchscreen controls. I'm a big fan of remote play. I used to use it on my phone. And there's only one app that I found where you can adjust the size of the icons, the touchscreen buttons. The image that's on the blog post, those buttons look incredibly small. They look smaller than the letters on a keyboard. So I really hope that you're able to adjust this. However, this feature is also not available just yet. Another slow rollout. It could take a week. It could take a month. Who knows?
Yeah, that is going to be key. It's going to be a bit of patience for this going forward. You just need to bear in mind this is going to be rolled out. And again, it might be rolled out like they did it before, where some of the devices or some people who have got Android phones will be able to have it and some people won't. So it could be something just as random as that. So this is really big news, and this is going to actually push it out for everybody to actually try a bit more.
Duncan, I've just noticed a comment from Richard that says he has a OnePlus 7 Pro and it's working. Richard, can you just clarify what's working? Are you talking about the touch controls, or that you're able to now play on your phone?
I'm a mute there. I apologize that. Yeah. Again, if you go into this blog post, I don't want to go over analyzing the blog post here, but I think this was wrote up for last week because it says these phones, the OnePlus phones, are from today. So your OnePlus devices should be working now. So that's good to hear that it is. So Richard, tell us what it's like. The next one is that we've got £10 off or $10 off. But you've noticed something about this, Adam, haven't you?
That you misspelled off?
Yes, I misspelled off. I was rushing to do that. What I mean is there's terms and conditions.
Oh, yes. Sorry. I didn't mean to. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, you can't use it in conjunction with any sales or offers. So that means I got super excited thinking when Red Dead goes back on Pro Deal, that's me. I'm snapping it up. I'm going to save that £10 off. But no, that's not the case. You have to use the £10 off on a full price game. So you could get yourself Jotun for what, £4 or something like that with that voucher. But otherwise, I guess this is like giving us a sale without giving us a sale.
Oh, also, what else did you notice about that? Which is actually a bit key at the moment. You can't use it with the DLC either. So I'm not sure. We haven't actually got to try this out yet. So this £10 off may not work with Destiny 2. So that is something to keep an eye on. That you might not be able to use this £10 to get the latest Destiny. So Richard is saying it is working, and he has got it working with Bluetooth with the DualShock 4. So this is really big news. This might actually start the explosion on Android, which we've been waiting on, and get the app over to over 1 million downloads, which I have been waiting for ages.
Except the PS5 event's going on today, isn't it?
It is, yes. So they need to start pushing this.
Yeah, I don't think many people are going to notice this. Not the people that we need to notice, as in the people who don't actually have Stadia yet.
Another actually feature which I have actually been wanting is now you can change your resolution with this new feature which they've just pushed out. So again, this is going to be rolling out. So you'll be able to go into your Chromecast and change your resolution in your Chromecast without having to leave the app. So this is going to be a good thing to actually come. so we can actually do that, because some games actually run better in lower resolutions. The one that comes to mind straight away is Kelly's favorite game in Borderlands 3. That runs better in balanced mode rather than best quality, because it actually drops it down to 1080p and then into 60 FPS, which feels and plays a lot better. So, Adam, what do you think about this?
I think it's great. It's certainly the right way forwards, because before you'd have to change in the app, and the changes only take effect when you restart the game, which is no good if you're in the middle of the game and you realize, oh, actually, this isn't running how I want it to. However, again, this isn't available yet. They've just announced it, but they haven't pushed it out. So we'll have to wait and see when it's available, just how effective it is.
I was just
muted again.
Yeah, what I was doing was actually getting this next one linked up. I think we see. What was that?
Kelly, Borderlands 3 is shite.
She does not like Borderlands 3 at all. The next news is Windbound has just been announced as coming to Stadia. From my quick look at this, I'm going to try and get hooked up to the trailer. It's a PlayStation trailer, but we don't mention that. This looks like a little like Breath of the Wild, and it is coming soon to Stadia. It's coming in. I'm hoping that it's going to be coming in August, and the same time as every other platform. Just remember, this has just been announced now, so I'm reasonably excited about this, depending on the price. There's something different and something I would play. I know, Adam, you haven't really had a quick look at this. I only seen it during the trailer there as well. What's your quick reaction to it?
Well, when I first looked at it, I wasn't really sure on what the game is. So it kind of, my first instinct was, oh, this looks like a cartoony version of Ark. But I still, even after watching the trailer, I don't fully understand whether this game is linear or whether it's open world, or if it is a sandbox or story driven. I imagine it's story driven, but the trailer's 2 minutes, but it doesn't give much away.
Yeah, it's got me intrigued, and it's always better to be intrigued rather than not knowing what is going on. Or it's better to know what's going on and get you intrigued while being bored out from your mind. But for me, it's given me hints of Zelda, Breath of the Wild. So I think this is going to be a good one to actually get on to Stadia. Again, this quick chat was just a brief overview of what the news was today, and there has been a lot of news, and I think we're still going to get a lot more news going forward here. So I keep on checking behind me here with the conference going on now, because we had this game drop in the middle of it. We've had Lost Words in it, and we've also had Wave Break in it. So we're getting lots of Stadia news in this conference now, and it's actually good to see games coming, because this one is a complete surprise to me.
Mm-hmm.
Adam?
Yeah, I mean, it's great that we're seeing all this stuff appearing in the Summer of Gaming event, but it would be nice if Stadia put out a little bit of information as well, because when you told me that there was Windbound coming, I looked through the blog post, and I'm fairly certain it's not mentioned in the blog post. So whilst everyone was discussing it, I was like, where do you have this information? So as I'm sure there are many people out there who aren't watching the event, same as me, this is completely news to them. Stadia should be telling us this as well.
I just want to put a little caveat into this at the moment regarding the £10 off or $10 off or 10 whatever your currency is, or euros is. There is actually you have to be a Stadia Pro member at some stage to actually qualify for this deal. So
that £10 thing?
The £10 thing.
if you sign up today, you still get it.
Yep, as Kelly has just said. I think everybody can hear Kelly.
I've got a big gob, that's why.
Exactly. With that, you can sign up today and you will qualify for that. So you can sign up for free and get £10 off your first bought game on Stadia, as long as it's not a DLC or it is on offer at this moment in time. Adam, is there anything more you would like to talk about?
Yeah. Where are the offers? That's what I want to know. Where are the offers? We haven't had offers.
Yeah.
Oh, Victor just had a thing there, and it is now coming out on the 4th of August. So there we go. So there is some more news breaking as we speak here. 4th of August for Relicta, if I'm saying that right. Am I saying it right, Adam?
I don't know.
But I that's a game I'm actually interested in, and I want to get. What's your feelings on Relicta?
That is a game I haven't done very much research about, so I'm afraid I don't have any feelings towards it at the moment. Physics-based puzzle game where you need to creatively combine magnetism and gravity to unravel the secrets of Chandra Base. That sounds interesting. It sounds like it's another Turing test style game.
Yeah. So yeah, that's why I'm interested in Exportably as well. Again, you can say this for me because I am not a mission of saying who's that. Name, you go for the name there.
Mansquisitor.
I know nothing about the game. It's just my initial take on what it looks like. I haven't seen it before, so I know I'm probably wrong in that. So, but we're going to be discussing this a lot more in about 4 hours. Or is it 4 hours? Yes.
Yeah.
At 10 in 4 hours' time, we're going to be doing our roundtable after the PlayStation conference. So we're hoping that there might be some news coming out from that as well, because we're going to be demoing a lot of games, and hopefully, touch wood, some of these games will be coming to Stadia as well. I'm just checking there, that's not coming to Stadia. And yeah, so I would like to thank everybody for watching this quick recap of the news which has just happened, and I would like this to join us later. Adam, do you want to give your closing remarks while I get something ready here?
I just wanted to add, actually, I just looked at the Stadia help on the Stadia compatible gamepads and screens, and they've actually updated that as well already to talk about the playing on an unsupported Android device. But yeah, everyone, make sure you check in tonight, 10 o'clock, 10-ish, because there's going to be lots of interesting stuff covered, no doubt. I don't know what that means.
I was being due speak. I just want to give a quick shout out to our patrons here. All the money you put into Stadia Source goes back into Stadia Source to actually help us improve it and get more things and just make Stadia Source all together. So I would just want to thank everybody for donating through Patreon to Stadia Source. So thank you all for watching, and we hope to see you later. So thanks everyone. Bye.
Bye.